Thank you so much, and Jacques, thank you so much for that wonderful, moving introduction. At the end of the 20th century, I was invited by John Wettenhall, then director of the Cheekwood Museum in Nashville, Tennessee, to do a lecture on William H. Johnson. And part of my time, my delightful time in Nashville, was to experience Cheekwood and all of its beauty and intricacies. And I'll never forget John taking my wife C.T. and I through the gardens, and we entered something called Blue Pesher by James Turrell. And I had never experienced anything like that before, where I entered a space, I sat in that space, and it was just C.T., John, and myself, and we looked up in the sky, and we looked around us, and I'd have to say that that was one of the most moving moments for me, and it was so apropos to end that century with that enveloping light and energy. So it's a blast to be here with you. Some years after that, I had an opportunity to lecture about a project that's really near and dear to me, and that's the history of printmaking, particularly the contributions of artists of African descent. And I got an invitation from Bentonville, Arkansas. And Miss Walton said, "We want you to come out and talk about this exhibit, but we also want you to see what we're doing out here." And I remember flying from Raleigh to Dallas, and then flying from Dallas to way up there in Arkansas, almost to Missouri. And I was picked up and I was brought to Bentonville, and I was treated like royalty. And I also remember being taken around a series of holes that had been dug deep into the ground. And I was told that is where crystal bridges will be. And she made it happen. And it's extraordinary. And I wanted to mention those two incredible encounters with two of the wonderful people who are being honored tonight, to underscore to you that it's because of my work as an art historian that I've been able to interact with a James Turrell and an Alice Walton, and to really do what I do with the help and support of the Archive of American Art. I'm a child of the Smithsonian. I remember coming to Washington in the 70s and meeting my dear friend Teresa Grana, who was a person in education at the then National Collection of Fine Arts. I remember all those acronyms of these Smithsonian buildings because I've been around that long. And that was the beginning of an incredible relationship. Spending time in the archives, as Jacques mentioned, poring over papers and letters and books and those incredible files, those vertical files with clippings from all sorts of artists from all different time periods. This is what being a scholar, this is what a scholar loves. And the Archives of American Art have been that place for me to realize so many of the projects that I've been involved with and continue to be involved with. So this is a wonderful occasion for me to say thank you, Archives of American Art, Kate, Liza, and company, for really making it possible for me to do what I do. And please support this institution because it truly is our legacy. Jacques mentioned the project that we collaborated on to conserve a legacy. American art from historically black colleges and universities. I would say that the Archive of American Art is also our legacy. And again, I'm just delighted to be here to join you in supporting this very, very invaluable treasure from the United States. Thank you.